This is Michael Popok with a Legal AF hot take. Wall Street hates Donald Trump. At least they hate the stock that's about to go public as early as Monday, in which Donald Trump has a 60% ownership in his Truth social media platform that's going public after a vote today was approved by unit holders, by shareholders, to merge Truth Social into what was then a special purpose acquisition company, a SPAC that was listed on the stock exchange on NASDAQ. And that merger then creates a new entity wholly owned by the Trump people, 60% or more by Donald Trump, who holds 79 billion shares. And that's going to start trading to the public under DJT stock symbol. I'm not promoting the stock. When you hear the rest of the hot take, you're going to know why. But the stock market's already reflected and baked in that these shares, when they start publicly trading, are going to go down and get crushed because people are short selling the stock. They are betting that the stock is going to go to a much lower place than the $40 and change it started out, now below $40 and change, now into the mid $30 and change. And that by shorting it, just to give a quick lesson out of Dumb Money or some other movies that are out there, by shorting the stock, you're expecting that when it's time for you to have to tender the shares, you'll be able to buy them at a lower price, right? That's where the phrase, "don't sell me short" comes from. They are selling Donald Trump short right now. He's down 13% and the trading day just ended. When they open on Monday, I expect it to go even lower. Why? Because as I've said in a prior hot take, this is not even a meme stock. This is a cult stock. There is absolutely no economic fundamentals that support or prop up the value proposition of investing in this company. None whatsoever. The company called Truth Social has just a measly 9 million subscribers, free, apparently. 9 million. Just to show you, by contrast, Facebook Meta has 3 billion. This is its competition. And of that, it's mainly comprised, frankly, of trolls and Trumpers and MAGA. And they use it as a way to, I don't know, feel better by communing with each other on a social media platform and bashing everybody else. And so they have decided, much like GameStop, AMC theaters, and Bed Bath & Beyond were protected by the retail investor, meaning the small-time investor, from short sellers who are trying to put a squeeze on the company. This is all outlined in Dumb Money, a new movie that's out in the book. They decided to prop up that stock, even though the fundamentals of selling video game cartridges in the mall is probably not a sustainable one, nor selling Bed Bath & Beyond, whatever they did beyond that. And then, of course, AMC, which was coming out of COVID. So it's happening again. The Trumpers are pumping up the stock price because they want to show support for their fearless cult leader. So they're bidding up the price. But institutional and other smart money's coming in, and they're bidding down the price and shorting it. And now we're going to see the power of all these small investors if they're going to continue to pour money into this bucket with a hole in it called Truth Social and trading under TJT. The approval has happened. There were 2 steps to a process. Donald Trump got the approval he needed. He needed the approval of the merger between his entity and the acquisition and the listed company, the public company. This allowed him to go public and publicly trade stock and have access to those capital markets without the necessity of going through all of the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission regulations. That's why you do it. It's a shortcut to going public. Does that surprise you? Donald Trump picked a shortcut to going public that had less regulatory requirements and disclosures than if he did it the right way. But it also relies on a sucker bet. You got to get people to buy and invest in the SPAC at a $10 unit price and then stay around for the ride. Now that stock has gyrated wildly, up to $50, $60, down to $20, $30. And now it's sort of stabilized at the $30, $40 mark, but it dropped already 13% because it's getting a short sale squeeze right now. And the question is, are the Trumpers on Truth Social, do they have enough financial resources to fight off the squeeze and to keep the stock price pumped up? Donald Trump needs to know, because his value of his shares, his 70 million shares, is tied to the stock price now. and he's got to hold it. There's a lockup for 6 months. He can't sell for 6 months unless he gets the shareholders, of which he's in the majority position, to approve letting him sell his shares early, and that's likely, or allow him to use it as collateral for a loan, which is what sort of like Elon Musk did when he needed more money when he wanted to buy Twitter. Pledged his stock as an asset or collateral. So we've got the approval. That's now happened. We'll wait for the next voter issue, which is going to be allowing Donald Trump to sell. And then once he sells, it just crushes the stock. You think the short sale squeeze at 13% is going to bring this company low? Wait till Donald Trump sells. Wait till he sells. And everybody knows why he needs it, right? He's auctioning himself off a piece at a time to anybody that has money, including foreign powers. He's compromised. He's compromised economically. I almost said ethically. We already know that. He's compromised economically. We're watching a giant telethon, right? A telethon to raise cash where he's selling himself to the highest bidder because he's got so many judgments against him and he can't come up with a scratch. This was his life raft. This was his life preserver in the Truth Social stock ownership point. He got the approval he needed today, but now he's getting squeezed by people who know what they're doing, which they're looking at the fundamentals of a company that lost $50 million on $1.3 million in revenue. That wasn't a typo. $1.3 million in revenue for 2023 for the company in total. They lost $50 million. Right? Another genius example of Donald Trump's abilities as a business person, right? He's, as I joked in prior podcasts and hot takes, he's the only person in the world that's ever lost money owning a casino where you print money and the odds are totally in favor of the house. But he found a way to go bankrupt running a casino. You can count on like 2 fingers the people in the world that have ever done that. Most clothes are uncomfortable or too tight, or never actually the size you really are, not to mention the annoyance of trying to put a good outfit together. Everyone wants to dress their best and look good at all times because, frankly, it's a confidence booster. I regularly wear Rhone when I do the podcast or on hot takes. So here's the deal. Men's closets were due for a radical reinvention, and Rhone stepped up to the challenge. Rhone's commuter collection is the most comfortable, breathable, and flexible set of products known to man. And here's why. Rhone helps you get ready for any occasion with the Commuter Collection, which offers the world's most comfortable pants, dress shirts, 1/4 zips, and polos. Rhone's comfortable 4-way stretch fabric provides breathability and flexibility that leaves you free to enjoy what life throws your way. From your commute to work to your 18 holes of golf. It's time to feel confident without the hassle. With Rhone's wrinkle release technology, wrinkles disappear as you stretch and wear the products. It's that easy. With Gold Fusion anti-odor technology, you'll be smelling fresh and clean all day long. And on top of that, Rhone is 100% machine washable, so you can ditch the dry cleaner altogether. Rhone has truly become my favorite clothes. We're on the move a lot. Whether it's jumping from meeting to meeting or catching a flight or a dinner out, the Rhone Commuter Collection has never let me down. Even after I wear it all day, I still feel super fresh because of that Gold Fusion anti-odor technology. Head to Rhone.com/legalaf and use promo code legalaf to save 20% off your entire order. That's 20% off your entire order when you head to RHONE.com/legalaf and use code legalaf. It's time to find your corner office. So the same thing's going to happen here, except he's going to crush mom and pop investor, the MAGA. It's going to be MAGA tears in your cup, as we like to say on the MeidasTouch network, because they're going to get crushed. It's already started. Wall Street hates Donald Trump because they don't like, I'll tell you what Wall Street doesn't like, having served a little time on Wall Street. They don't like surprises. They don't like a lack of consistency. They don't like a company that has fraudulent returns and fraudulent financial statements. They don't, it sounds obvious, but I'll just say it out loud. They don't like a leadership who's ethically and business ethically challenged with no continuity plan and a likely improper set of lack of controls and lack of compliance. Wall Street hates that, and they hate predictions that miss their mark about revenue and expenses. And so they're going to hate Trump's Truth Social. It's already started. I'm reporting on it here. And we'll continue to report on it because it's important. These are the potential lifelines to Donald Trump, but you can see already how they're going to get tangled up and he's going to fail. And the question is, it's a race, right? We're watching a major bailout attempt here. It's a race. Donald Trump is trying to break the tape and win the race on November the 5th to cure his criminality indictment problem and trial problem and to cure his financial problem. I mean, for people to think that Donald Trump's not going to make any money if he ever returns to the White House, think again. There's reporting out there that Ivanka and Jared made $640 million while they were in the White House. So Donald Trump is going to make a shit ton, sorry, that's a legal term, of money while he's in the White House. So we're watching a bailout in slow motion. And the question is the majority of the electoral voters of America going to allow him to get that bailout? And we're watching this sort of public immolation of Donald Trump and public flagellation, although that's giving him too much credit. He has to have a conscience and not be a sociopath in order to flagellate. I don't have money. I can't get money. Banks won't lend me money. Bonding companies won't lend me money. Insurance companies won't lend me money. My children won't lend me money. I'm up for sale. That's what we're watching. And now we're watching people who really know what they're doing on Wall Street and the financial markets responding and taking advantage of a compromised presidential candidate. That's what we're watching. And that's the person that people are considering, at least on one side of the aisle, and sending back to the White House. We'll continue to follow this Trump Truth Social Wall Street adventure and the subsequent gyrations of its price and crushing of its investors. Only one place, on the MeidasTouch network and on this YouTube channel. And then we pull it all together, all stories that sit at the intersection of law, politics, and justice, and now the economy, right here on this YouTube channel and on Legal AF, a podcast. That's our cheeky name for it. Now you know why. It's every Wednesday and Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and then on Hot Takes, just like this one. Plus, you can pick it up on audio podcast platforms of your choice. So if you like lawyers talking about things where they know what they're talking about, oh my God, how novel. You've come to the right place. MeidasTouch, Legal AF, Wednesdays and Saturdays. So until my next Hot Take, until my next Legal AF, this is Michael Popok reporting.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.